they're cooked. It's not. NA's dead, and like just somehow we always seem to just like barely hold on, right? Like it's
There's
just
always
like still slightly dead. That fire is not dead. It's just like simmering.
whether it's, Complexity doing good in some Asian tournament or it's like M80 doing good in Pro League, there's always some random team in North America that just like shines, like, NRG popping up and making the major and, just doing things and almost, doing well in Vegas. I think they got top 4. But it's like, there's always some random team. It's never multiple of them. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not South America.
We have one hero carrying the torch
But
at
it's
all
never the
times.
same hero. It's always rotating around. And now that we've technically lost Liquid to Europe, it's always just it's now who's going to take up the mantle, right? And we're always looking for that next team, that next group of players that's going to step up to the plate, that's going to elevate our play to the level of Europe and South America and everybody else. Because I mean, heck, even Asian Counter Strike right now is starting to outshine some of the rest of the world. Right. And so like we need to elevate ourselves because at this point, if since Asian CS is coming up so much, I put us in like a third place because I put second place in South America, but now we're I feel like we're dropped down in the fourth place category at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly Asian Counter Strike has come really far. It's been really fun to watch, but I think the other interesting aspect is we're talking about who's going to take up that mantle as the next North American like team to sort of break out. And I mean, Complexity might be out of the question now, right? Because they just sold a lot of their roster to, I think it was Passion UA. So like, again, like, is that torch being passed, or are we going to get a new one?
Somebody needs to step. Heck, I mean, Akimbo, come on, hurry up.
Kimbo,
it's like
go.
I'll take that at this moment. Like, there's a lot of main advanced teams that can do stuff or have proven they can do stuff. Like, I mean, heck, I know. Frag's got a lot of teams, but it's like somebody just needs to step up. Somebody needs to, get themselves into a good spot here. And are we still?
I don't know if we're frozen right now.
Are we frozen? Are we live?
I'm not sure.
What's a 9 out of 10? No, but
are we frozen?
We. Us.
Look at the stream.
Well, like look at the VMix.
Stream output. Yeah. I think we're frozen. Yeah, we know that our mics are live. We can see that.
Yes.
I think our picture might be frozen, but just going to troubleshoot that real quick. And like we said, waiting on one more player to get into the server, and hopefully we can get this ball rolling. We are.
Yeah, but hey, Vincent, look at the TV. Look at the TVs. Even they're spinning.
We're going to throw it to a quick break as we try to get this resolved. So just a moment. All right, we are back, ready to get into it. All the tech issues are resolved. Didn't take much to get it figured out, and we finally got that 5th player into the server. So now we've got this matchup of Zealous versus Sudis. Suddies, my bad. And I'm interested to see how this one ends up panning out, because Suddies just needs to get to, we were talking about it, Suddies just needs to get to 12 rounds, and then they go straight into the playoffs. But even if they lose, but if they can't reach 12 rounds, if we don't go overtime, then
there's a lot happening. Depending on how this map ends and what the score lines are, there's a lot riding on the line. So there's 3 teams fighting for 1 spot. There's 3 teams fighting for 1 spot in the playoffs, 1 spot in the LCQ, and 1 spot out. So there's a lot riding on this line because we have all these teams that have 2 wins, and it just depends on how many rounds they win. So,
and
yeah, go ahead.
And as Zealous pick up that pistol, you hear them absolutely erupt from their chairs. I absolutely love the environment here, man. Being able to hear the players yelling and screaming after every round, it's so intoxicating. And Zealous looking to be off to a hot start, as Suddies doesn't really opt to go for a force buy here. They're just going to bide their time, wait, try and get those rifles out as soon as they can, so it should be a nice and clean conversion out of Zealous. Yeah,
Lie getting some frags over here. No, there's just one more player at red box. The fourth one just about found by Rue, so they know the last one's out here somewhere, being eyed right there by Lie, and there we go. Nice little frag coming out from them, and again, 2 rounds in a row from the CT side, which is what you want to have to start on Nuke. You want to have as many team rounds as possible to make things happen, and we're getting some good reactions from the players, and I love this. I love that we're getting the reactions, and we're getting to see their faces. They're smiling. They're having a good time. Bonus round for Zealous here, and Mr. Suddy over here, he's going to command his troops, and there's a nice little knife from somebody there. Cobra's down to 81 HP, unfortunately. There is friendly fire, guys, but be careful.
Gotta be careful. It's not a face-it game. You can't just start knifing out of spawn. All right, well, rifles bought up here for Suddies. Still 2 Galils in the mix as well. They prioritize getting a little bit of extra utility over that firepower. We'll see if that ends up being a difference maker here, as Zealous looking to try and convert their bonus. We're gonna start with it. Certainly be a nice way to start this one out. Fight over towards that outside yard. Lie is going to play it passive. Just throws a smoke down, bide his time and wait. Make sure he's not overcommitting to any of these fights, forcing Sudis to make the first move. Opening kill out of Suddy. Now Lie gets aggressive back out towards yard. He's going to go down secret right behind them. He could find him with backs turned here. Fast forward, still lurking over here towards lobby. Orb tested with that MP9. Isn't quite able to convert that spray. Solid out of Sudi. And now Lie creeping in. He's just too slow on this. He's been found out. Sudi deals with him effectively. Rue now doing everything he can to try and claw one back. Now he's alone and eventually closed in upon a nice conversion there out of Sudi's to stop that from getting out of control.
Suddies,
my bad.
Like, yeah, I don't know what to say, but it's Sutties, not Suties.
Suddy.
But anyways, yes, Suddies, finally coming back there to finally put their first round on the board and not let the CT2 get too far out of control, getting to that lower bomb site. Lie did have a nice little wraparound inside secret, but again, the pace was just not quite there to be able to stop that from coming in, because had they just kind of, gone towards that double doors, and they could have, stopped the bomb, gone inside control, but unfortunately, it was a little bit too little too late, because sometimes you don't want to make any noise, and, walking, you can only go so fast, and you wish you could just walk a little bit faster. You wish there was like, a pace between walk and run where like you go a little faster but you don't make noise, and that would obviously break the game clearly. But again, nice frags coming out of Kamui. I don't know. Kamui, I think a double kill coming out of Kamui there, and everybody else just kind of chiming in here. But again, first round for Suddies there, and M4 on the back of Posteklu. Yeah, Posteklu. I'll get that eventually. That's going to take a minute.
We'll get there.
But we're going to fast forward to this round. Fast forward, get it?
We have. I love it. I love the puns. All right, Jakey tested over here towards ramp. They're starting to close in, but he passes that first one. Borb here in support as well. Ramp is cut off here from Suddies. Now they have to reevaluate this round, going back in towards lobby, but Rue is getting aggressive here alongside Sisyphus. Turn up that aggression in lobby, cut off another rotate in, fast forward, now caught between a rock and a hard place. He'll throw a smoke down, trying to bide his time, get himself a little bit of extra space. Molotov goes in as well, but it bounces weird. Now he's thrusted into the fires, and Zealous right back to winning ways.
That's a weird bounce off of the vending machine. That's unfortunate, because I know like some of these textures here in Counter-Strike, you could throw something that should just like, you know, bounce directly off of it, can go in all sorts of different directions, and that's just one of those weird, awkward spots. And fast forward was just, like you said, stuck between a rock and a hard place, and Zealous pretty much put up a wall and prevent Studies from doing any kind of attacks. Like you said, B ramp got shut down, going back in, getting crunched inside lobby, and that's a third round the board for Zealous.
Seemed to be possibly a more of an aggressive pace here from Studies early on. They were kind of felt like they were rearing and ready to go for an upper A pop, but they decided to instead turn down the aggression, not fully commit to it. Certainly feels like the right idea, as there was a triple stack on that site ready to receive them. They're able to get the AKs back out, no problem. Light on utility, but if they can hit hard enough, that might not be an issue.
Yeah, Sisyphus took a nice little nade there on default, down to 39 HP. And Orb's going to get a nice little kill there inside of control room downstairs, shutting that down. They know he's down here. Jakey's going to hold this ramp down, but he's just missed the timing here.
It feels like every time Studies is trying to go for some kind of control, they're just being read and then completely shut down. Now on 3 separate entries that they've tried to make, they have been completely nullified on it.
Yeah, Studies is just getting suffocated out of this round.
2v5 now required of Cobra and Post-Clue. Post-a-Clue.
Post-a-Clue.
Oh, yeah, I think that's
We'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with Post-a-Clue. Jakey top ramp is looking to just hold things down. You can't get in through double, you can't get in through windows. Zealous cut off every pathway to the site, and a strong 4-0 start just keeps making us believe in this team.
And I know that the other duo that was on earlier was talking about Zealous and Mr. Jakey here, who's basically the North American Yekender, because not only does he look like Yekender, but he also puts his nose to the monitor just like Yekender. Because I literally, when I came in and I was watching people play, because they were here yesterday, you know, practicing and setting up and everything, I literally saw him staring at the screen and looking down just like Yekender, and I really thought it was like, Yekender's here?
What's Yekender doing at this?
Yeah, and but because he's got the hair, he's got the look, like literally, like he looks like a literal mimic of Yekender. Borb with the spray down, triple kill.
Oh my God!
Borb!
It's Borbin time, man.
We are Borbin in the server.
We have not whipped that one out since the open qual, but we finally got a Borb moment.
I haven't even had a chance to process what happened. He got the triple kill, and somehow at the end of his magazine, he got the last 2 on the last several bullets.
Even production is fist bumps on landing for that one. That's how hype we are for a Borb play.
I was ready for the triple kill. I didn't realize he was going to get everything. All right, and now we're just backstabbing Rue.
He wanted more blood. You've seen
Rue's got 38 HP. He got 2 backstabs.
He got backstabbed twice. If they win this round, that's such an insult to injury.
Studies doesn't even know that they got backstabbed. That's crazy.
Studies, they buy up the rifles once again. AK is able to come out, but man, Zealous are just looking so strong right now. Trying to cross over towards Secret. Jakey will spot it out, and Lie cuts them off from even trying to get down there. Like I said, every time they try and take space or find an entry for a foothold, they get absolutely shut down by everyone on Zealous.
Yeah, Studies has no idea where to go right now. They've tried ramp, they got shut down. They've tried yard control, they get shut down. They just have no idea where to go, and Zealous is just hitting every single shot or getting traded out. I mean, when you just get mowed down by Borb and all 5 of you die when you're trying to do a quick ramp hip, I know it was an eco round, but still, like when you don't get any result out of it, you don't even trade him out, it just doesn't feel good, man.
And things aren't going any better on A as well, as they're just cut down. Post-a-Clue will drop down the vent, try to do whatever he can, but it's a 1v4 that you're looking down the barrel of. He'll get that bomb planted, but as they close in, it feels like he's on borrowed time right now. Has to isolate these fights properly, and with how strong Zealous have been, they're just going to be closing it on fast. He's going to have to react quickly. First one over towards Decon found. Now he has a way back out the door, but
can't get in the door
through the smoke. door stuck, and Zealous to 6.
Zealous to 6, and I mean, it's just Suddies is honestly, I feel like they need to take a timeout right now. I feel like they need to reset, take a timeout, stop the momentum that Zealous has right now. I mean, they may not want to do it. That is the call right now. You need to just have yourself a second to breathe. Those 30 seconds matter so much that it can create so much impact. Because again, you can either stop yourself from getting frustrated, or you can stop the momentum from the other team. And they're doing exactly what I said. They're taking the timeout. They're doing exactly what I want them to do. So they can go ahead and figure out, okay, after 7 rounds, where do they play at? What are they doing? What are we not doing? And so they're taking that timeout to go ahead and figure those things out. Calm the comms down and get yourself in a better headspace, because you've gotten to this point. You've already won. You both have won two games. You know what's riding on the line, but you don't want to let this game get too far out of controls. And so, from Suddy's perspective, it's like, hey, guys, just lock in. Let's go. We've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike. We didn't come here all the way to lose. Let's go ahead and lock in.
Yeah, but the wild thing is I don't know what the opening is, because every read that Zealous has made has been perfect, and Suddies have tried almost every facet of the map, and every time there's a piece from Zealous there ready to stop it, whether it's a multi-kill out of an individual, a stack in the right place, a backstab from Secret, it's all coming together. And at this point, I feel like the only thing we haven't seen Suddies try has been a fast upper pop.
Yeah, but right now I really feel like Zealous will be able to stop that right now.
Yeah.
And they do have some delayed smokes outside to deny information. And so spamming through the smoke, they're finding some information. That's finally the opening frag from Cobra. So at least Suddies have some man advantage. They got something going on right now. Let's see if this timeout is going to go ahead and pay dividends.
It's netted them an opening kill. The question is, can they close? Borb just down towards this lower site again. He's playing close on that secret door, so he'll just bide his time, wait. And in the meantime, Rue has gotten a kill of his own, just trying to hold on here from Hell. Sisyphus even getting one of their own. So things are starting to fall apart once again for Suddies. This re-aggress from Rue looked really good, but fast forward, ready for that push. And on top of that, a heads-up fight over towards the A site, and that's Cobra, yet another kill. It's up to Borb and Jakey to piece this one back together, and fast forward is now left alone in a 1v2, stuck up in heaven, spotted out, and running out of options here.
Yeah, the bomb is down inside Mini, so now he's got to get out of there. They know where he's at. He's going to get smoked off. Fast forward is hoping that maybe Borb is going to go ahead and peek out of that. Jakey, I mean, at this point, just hold tight. I mean, he's still got to get the bomb. He's got to go plant it. It's right there inside of Mini, and he's got to be able to get the bomb. And all Jakey has to do is just wait for the bomb plant. You got to play that patient game. And now they know where he's at. They know he's pushed up. Borb can now start to come out and hit the shot, and Jakey's got to be feeling good about that one. He had to flick all the way across the screen just to get there. He's got to feel good.
I mean, you just hear them scream after that, right? And it's just so loud. They're so pumped up right now. Every individual is hitting. The flicks are clean. Spray transfers are coming through. Everything is coming together for this team right now. And I don't know if there's an answer for Suddies to find right now.
No, I can't even figure it out right now because, again, they did some yard smokes. They tried to get outside. They were spamming through the smoke, and the M4s are blowing it open so they can go ahead and see what's going through. Again, the util is on point. Zealous is pretty much taking the space. They're not getting too aggressive. They're just holding the angles, and pretty much this nade is going to land. This one's going to hit hard. Yeah, look at that nade. Almost everybody got hit with that nade.
The only one not damaged by it is Kamui, left alone here in lobby. He's got multiple players aggressing towards him. Eventually able to spot them out, but will he be able to manage the multi? Mid-air, he finds another one, but Jakey trades it back. Lie not able to hold on to Mini in the meantime.
This is their round.
Finally, it seems like Suddies is able to break through, but you got to get past Borb and Jakey. They shut you down in the last round. Can you convert this 4v2 as that bomb goes down? There's no reason for Zealous to save.
It only did a little bit of damage, yeah. They're just going to go ahead and save. I mean, Borb's got 14K. He's about to be at max money. I mean, there's no reason not to go for it. But in a 4v, you got a 2v4. You're out of position. They know you're upstairs in heaven, and you have an AWP and an AK to retake. Keep this AK in the next round. You've got plenty of money. You've got the half in your hand. Maybe take a few other guns out of there. Nice shot from Borb. Like I said, it's fine. Like, you have rounds to play with. You have rounds to give up. It's okay. There's another kill by Borb.
Like they're still farming. Even when they're losing the round, the mental damage is there, still there for Suddies. They can't catch a break. They can't win
look
any
at their
of these
faces
fights
right now. They just their faces just have despair. Like, yeah, they got the round, but it's not happiness. Like, yeah, you fist bump, but it's like you need a few more of those, and it didn't feel good because you still lost 2 players.
I love that you brought that up. They won the round, and that was the most reserved fist bump I've seen so far at this event.
Yes,
it was like a conga line just slowly going down the players, and so it just shows you where they're at right now. They feel like they're up against a brick wall, and yeah, you finally chip away at it, but you just haven't been able to break through, and it starts to weigh on you. You've been playing for hours, and now you're looking down the barrel of playing even more.
Yeah, you knocked 1 brick out of the wall, but then you start to realize, like, that you still have several feet to go, and it's like, all right, where do you go? You found success, but it's like, was that success because Zealous just missed their shots, or was that success because you actually did execute properly? And so, you're looking at the situation here. It's like, all right, are they going to be able to repeat it? They've gotten 2 rounds, but they weren't consecutive. Let's see if they can go ahead and make these consecutive rounds. Let's see if Zealous have an answer for them. Do you go fast? Do you go back to being slow? Let's see what kind of answer they have here, and try to get some of these rounds strung together, because again, there's still way too much money on Zealous' side. They could probably lose the next 2 rounds and still be able to buy you up in the last round of the half.
Yeah, I mean, they're set at this point, and at this point also, it's just farming up even more rounds. Borb with a double kill over towards ramp. His anchor play has been sublime so far, and Lie just continuing to find timings outside here. He catches 1 in the back in big garage, and now Suddies have nowhere to turn. No chance. They're running out of chances here, even in this half, but altogether for their pool, it looks like they're going to have to go through that LCQ.
Yeah, between Borb having 13 frags and Jakey dying once, it's like Zealous can do no wrong. Yeah, you're going to give up a round or 2 here and there, but again, look at Suddies. They've stopped, they've reset, they've had to go back to lobby and reset their gameplay. Now they've got to have a new mid-round call. 45 seconds, half the clock is gone, and now they're just going to try to walk onto the A site. They don't want to use any utility because they don't want to give their position away, but there's already somebody up in heaven. You've got somebody over in, you got 2 downstairs, 1 up in heaven, and you got one right there in vent. So it's like, all right, you've already got 2 players up here. There's still 1 up in heaven. How do you clear heaven?
They just throw the Molotov. Okay, this is their way back into the round, but 2 more players rotating in. This retake is on, and it's still man advantage for Zealous as that bomb is planted.
The problem is your heaven player is low HP, so you're going to blow that open. Oh, that is good.
Oh, it doesn't hit the mark, though.
6 HP. Only did 12.
Break on the smoke from Mini. They try to work their way in, but it goes right back up. Rue has to be the linchpin of this round, it feels like.
There's one.
Lie just goes straight through the smoke. Now tucked in towards the CT vent. Fast forward.
Oh, no.
Rue shuts it down.
The 6
from
HP
heaven.
player.
He sends Suddies right to hell.
The 6 HP player, the one that almost died to the grenade but fell back just enough, is the hero of the round. The 2 players sacrificed themselves for the round win to put them up to 8-2 at this point with 2 rounds left in the half. And the second that Suddies felt like they had an inch, it was taken away from them and they were sent back to the starting line as Zealous is approaching the finish line at this point.
I mean, yeah, they're right there. It's so close they can taste it. Potential still for a 10-2 half. And again, Suddies have the money to buy back up with that bomb plant, but it just feels like they're running out of options and running out of steam right now.
Yeah. I mean, the most frags right now on Suddies is 6 on fast forward. I mean, I can start to add together the frags they got right now, and they have 19. They don't even have 20 frags between them all. I mean, fast forward's getting a few here, so yeah, he's making something happen.
Yeah, Fast Forward is fighting tooth and nail right now for his team. Jakey straight. How does he get one there? Traded back quickly, but there's more pressure being thrown here.
What?
Rue with a double. And he triples down again from heaven. This man delivers.
Triple kill from Rue there. Absolutely just hitting the shots. Only seeing the sliver of somebody's head over there on vent, getting that one, and then getting the 3rd kill on the player inside HUD that said, hey, he's up there, go ahead and trade me back. It's like the calms just aren't there. They don't have enough time to react, and it seems like Suddy is on like half speed while Zealous is on 2x right now. It's like they just can't keep up.
Not at all. It's just always one step ahead for Zealous, and even when they're able to, even when Suddies is able to claw things back, make it look possible, it just gets stripped right away from them. We've had so many clutch moments, so many hero rounds from these Zealous members. It just feels like there's no way in. Rue once again tested on this A site.
5 HP.
He gets away with 5 HP. His mag is dry, but he's still alive and still a threat.
There we go. Borb through the smoke.
I mean, at this point, where do you go? You're stuck in lobby.
You're dying through the smoke. It's like, dude, you can't see me, and I'm still dying. Like, what am I supposed to do? 5 HP on board, 5 HP on Rue. I mean, 1 HP on fast forward. Dude, there's 11 HP between 3 different players on the server. That's ridiculous. Like, yeah, this is crazy, dude.
Absolutely crazy right now from Zealous. They lost that matchup against 7 Deadly Sins, and now they're out for revenge to prove themselves again, show that they're an actual
Give me a
threat
util kill.
here.
I want a util kill.
It's so close as well. Low HP on a lot of players. Sisyphus is able to start to slide in towards Hut, takes down one more member, and Suddies, they've gotten nowhere to go right now. They're caught between a rock and a hard place. There's crossfires established. They can't get past Lier out here at Big Garage. He'll take a passive angle. Now they're given entry in towards the A site, but that could just be their grave. Suddy and Cobra trying their best to piece this one back together, but it's a 2v3. That bomb getting planted, and we've seen just how good Zealous are on these retakes, and it's all left up to Cobra. Spotted out inside of Hut. He'll get one.
9 HP between the last 2 players.
Oh my God,
and they got it all!
over.
Let's go. They got 3 rounds from Suddies.
Cobra
That's something.
with 1 saving grace at the end of the half. Is that enough to inspire Suddies for a comeback?
At least they're cheering. At least they're breathing a sigh of relief. They're like, all right, that half is over, guys. Let's go ahead and lock in. Maybe we could put a defense up. It's not much, but 3 rounds it is workable. It's the mental side to see 9-3 versus 10-2. It does wonders on your brain, and so there's something to work with. Now you go into into your defensive half. It's like, all right, we got the offensive side done. Let's go ahead and just start hitting some of these headshots. Let's get the pistol round under our belt. Let's go ahead and convert that and cut the 6-round lead into 4.
Now Zealous have to come to us. It's no more of us walking into their setups, their crossfires. We're able to set those traps and run our set plays.
Yeah, and just making sure that everybody is understanding where their defaults are at, understanding, hey, where we want to execute at. Not entirely sure who called the timeout, but again, the timeout getting called here is just making sure that everybody is on the same page, making sure that, hey, you don't send too many people down the ramp, too many people down, too many people to into mini, and just making sure the defaults are there. And then from the Zealous side, just make sure, like, hey, this is exactly what we want to do. Let's go ahead and get this pistol under our belt, because you want that pistol on T side, you get that bomb plant down, you get the money, you get the rifles out, and you want to end this as fast as possible.
Zealous a chance to make a statement. Suddies, their last hope to try and book their ticket to the playoffs. They just need 12 rounds.
There's one. There you go. Just hit some heads. Hit some heads.
Kamui has to fall back, but they have man advantage at the very least as all of Zealous overtake ramp. Now fast forward, another clean tap here towards Hell. More to be coming, but he's just hitting these. Man, what a deliverance out of him. He brings this to a 2v4. Cobra now holding things down from the top of the rafter, and it's all left up to Sisyphus. Left alone in a 1v4. Although he'll get some of these isolated fights, his location known. They take up passive locations, just waiting for him to play into their hands.
Yeah, nobody wants to fight him right now. The bomb is, I'm not sure the bomb's in heaven or if it's in hell, but again, the bomb's down and Sisyphus has to go get it, and the bomb is upstairs in heaven? Yeah, so he has to go up to heaven to go get it.
And that's the brutal part. Cobra knows that. He knows that he's got him locked in here. He's trying to bait out these shots, but Cobra just holding on. Eventually, he'll be felled. Sisyphus
just wants to get the bomb down. That's all he's going for. He doesn't care if he's going to die. He's about to die right here.
Yeah, he'll be run down. Yeah, particularly does manage to
or
win that one out.
Or not.
He can isolate these fights.
No
this
way.
Is all of a sudden
he ran
out of it.
He
ran out of ammo. Low HP means that he's an easy cleanup, but that bomb plant is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, they felt good about that one. Sisyphus knew what his job was, and that was to get the bomb down, to make it a competitive for the next round, to make sure that Suddies doesn't come back and cut this lead down that they have built, that they have earned. So that is a 4th on the board for Suddies, but again, Zealous at least have the money to be able to buy back in, and another timeout coming in from Zealous here to kind of discuss what's going on here. They got the bomb plant, make sure that they get their money down, because nobody wants to make a mistake. They want this to be clean, they want this to be fast, and they want to earn their way into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's for them, that means that they can just all get on the same page, be ready for wherever they want to execute, try and get a read on what Suddies is going to do with this force buy. We are going to get a tech pause. It looks like Suddy ended up disconnecting from the server. I think this is our first tech pause of the event, so I'm okay with this because we've been lucky to not have a lot of this.
Well, I think there was some tech pauses that didn't happen on stream, but this is like, I think the first tech pause we've actually had on stream, to kind of, fix whatever's going on here. But I think there might have been one, like I was talking to the network guys, and they were saying like they had a couple of them in the beginning, but that's always bound to happen at a LAN, right? Again, it doesn't matter whether you bring the PCs in or they're already established here. Technology is just going to be technology. When you're running this many PCs in a center and you're getting everything going, that's always going to happen. But again, this is the first one we've had, I think, even between both crews that we've had on stream. So again, it's going to happen. They're going to get everything going here. Just the admins are really good. Like and our host here at Techport has been nothing but a gracious host. Mm-hmm. So I got to thank them as well for everything that they've done, for helping us out and being very just understanding and just I was talking to Kevin. He said that they've run a lot of tournaments here. They've done Valorant stuff and other sorts of tournaments, but this is the first CS tournament they've done here. And so far, he's had a pleasurable experience, and a lot of the players I've talked to have had pleasurable experiences. So overall, this has been a great event, and to have as minimal of tech pauses as we've had so far, I got to say, 10 out of 10 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great response times on everything. We've been so lucky, like you said, to have minimal tech pauses and a lot of issues resolved quickly. It's just been small stuff. So, I mean, certainly a fun experience. We can only hope that carries over into day 2 as well.
Amen.
But, I mean, at this point, I think we're just getting sort of final things resolved. I think we might have to just reset the round so that in case I think he ended up losing a gun that he had from the last round.
Yeah, we just got to reset the
armor.
Just reset the round. Our server admin will take care of that. They just, looks like he's back in the server, but they just got to make sure that they actually get everything going. And all those cheers that you're hearing, I'm not entirely sure which match that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is, but somebody sounds like they're
having a good time.
They're having a great time.
Unless they're playing like an ESEA match or something. Because I'm pretty sure this is the last match. I don't know who's playing. Unless they're playing a Face-It match or they're playing ESEA or something. I don't think there's any matches going on. So again, if you're hearing any shouting in the background, that is definitely something going on that's not happening, here.
We've got our protection team already hard at work trying to figure out, what it is, if there is another match going on, or if it's just, like you said, some Face-It pugs, just having some good times. Maybe 10-mans.
It's Delta.
Oh, it's Delta. Okay, Delta's still playing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they were still playing. Like I said, I thought you were saying this is the last match of the group stages before we move on to playoffs.
I think it's just going to be the last streamed one where we got a few maybe to wrap up, I think. But this is the only one we could fit in. And I mean, I'm excited for that LCQ and to see how that one pans out. Hopefully we can get everything resolved here in just a few seconds.
Yeah. All right, since we have some time to waffle. Now
we haven't had to waffle much.
We haven't had to waffle much. We've been enjoying the Counter-Strike a little bit too much, but but since we've been here, you've had the opportunity to eat at both Whataburger and Cane's, right? And you haven't never had those before.
I've had Cane's.
You've had Cane's.
We have Cane's in Iowa.
All right, so we had both dinner and breakfast at Whataburger, and pass, smash, opinions 1 through 10. Tell me what you think about breakfast and dinner that we've had so far.
The dinner was all right. It was. I would say it's all right.
It was eatable?
Yeah. I mean, it's better than eatable.
It was consumable?
It was fairly enjoyable, right?
Okay.
But I wouldn't pick it over a lot of other places, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of other options that would be ahead of it. I will say this, that breakfast burger I got was pretty good. Okay, so we just got confirmation for what the tech pause is for. There's a headset issue going on. We're working on getting that resolved as fast as we can.
Yay!
Get a new one plugged in. But again, we've been lucky to
yes, we
not
have very
have
much
a lot
been
of
lucky.
these. So hopefully that luck continues. Here's hoping.
Yeah, I mean,
but
usually it's like, I didn't charge my mouse or, I can't hear anything. Those are typically the two things that you hear. It's just like, I can't hear anything in my headset and, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, you know what, I accidentally kicked the, the surge protector and turned it off,
One of my favorite ones is, Kyle, I've heard of teams, they call a tactical timeout to charge their mouse. And then they take up, the entry. I can't remember which team it was, but then they, just bought a Mac 10 and entried for a round. They went back to wireless, entried for a round, and tried to do whatever they could. They got like one and done in like the first 10 seconds of the round. We're like, all right, guys, stall out the rest of the round. I'm gonna charge it.
I'm gonna
charge for like the next
I'm purposely
minute.
going to die. Yeah,
I'll charge for like the next minute and a half, and I should be good.
Yeah. Or you know what? Make sure your mouse is charged before you come in. Or hey, guess what? Turn it off.
True. Are you a wireless mouse guy, or are you still wired?
Like obviously, growing up as I did, like most of my life, I didn't even have like the laser ones. I had freaking like trackball mouse inside of the thingamabob, and so like my whole life I've always grown up on wired. And then once the whole like laser coming out, it was still wired, and I didn't go wireless until probably two, maybe 3 years ago is when I went wireless. Okay. And ever since then, anytime that I hook it up, whether it's charging or I actually have a wired mouse or I'm at work or something, it drives me bonkers because when I go to move it and I feel the tension from the wire, I absolutely just like my brain just wants to throw it out the window. And then when I first started on a wireless mouse, it was actually kind of heavy. So I played on one that had it was like 10 buttons or something, right? But it was a very heavy mouse, and I didn't realize that the heavy mouse, I didn't realize there was different weights to mice. I just wanted to get one that was cool, right? I think it was like some Razer, some HyperX or something. And then I've actually gone lighter and lighter and lighter to the point where like I think my mouse right now is like 0.5 grams or 0.4 grams or something. Like literally I barely feel it on my hand. And so like it's been absolutely fun playing with like an ultra light mouse. And I can't go back to wire anymore. So yes, I am a wholeheartedly wireless man.
Yeah, I use a wireless as well, but I use heavier mice usually. I tend to lean towards heavier and larger mice.
Yeah.
So I actually am not that bothered by having a wire on it. I do get what you're saying though. Like when I use like a work mouse and they have like really light mice with a really stiff cord. Like I don't know how it is.
I just grab it and I flick it.
I don't know how. Workplace mice always have like the heaviest cord known to man. It's insane.
It's just always in the way, dude.
Yeah, I don't have that much issue because of how heavy my mouse is. I don't feel that tension much. It pulls my. there is no pull to my cord. It gets pulled.
That's fair. And and then as far as like keyboards go, I know a lot of people love like the 60%ers. Or even like the 80, I don't know if it's 80 or 85 percenters. Like I still love a full size keyboard personally because like whenever like I'm doing stuff in life because I don't game nearly as much as I used to, and so I actually use it for like communicating and doing spreadsheets and everything. I still love a full size keyboard. But are you a full sizer, 60% or 80 percenter?
I'm a full size keyboard guy. I like my like side buttons like the play and like
I love all that stuff.
YouTube and stuff like that.
And the number pad.
I constantly do that. I like the number pad as well for typing a lot of the times. So I'm a full-size keyboard. I know that we over here we've got our production crew. They are both 60%ers.
They're both. I know. Respect is 60%. I didn't know what you were.
Yeah, okay. Hypnos. I believe he does have multiple keyboards, but he leans mostly towards a 60%.
So what's funny is I did buy. This was like 1 or 2 years ago. I bought a 60%er. And I took it back like 2 days later. I was like, no. Because for me to do any of the function keys and I got to do something to hit something where it's like, whether it's the F keys or anything else, I was like, no, I am not. This is miserable. I am not. I literally took it back to Best Buy 2 days later. I was like, nope, I cannot do this. I'm going back to my full-size keyboard. And apparently we are on headset number 3. I don't know what the actual issue is, but production just told us that we're on headset number 3 that we are trying to procure for the particular players. And we're definitely having a great time here. And as far as just tech issues go, honestly, I'm just glad it's not a PC thing. I'm glad it's just a headset thing. So
well, it might be a PC thing. We're still trying to figure it out, but they're on like their 3rd headset now, so it might be something a little bit larger. We're gonna throw it to a quick break right now and go ahead and mute mics so that we can try and get this figured out, and we'll be right back.
Yay!
And I want it like home to me. And this all felt real, truly. And you felt like home to me. And this all felt real, truly. And you felt like home to me. To me. To me. And you felt like home
thousand things. Accuse me satisfied every day. All the little things you do and say. Your smile takes my breath away. I bash my head against the wall. Come on, baby,
rain on you. I can make your dreams come true. I can make it rain on you. I can make it rain on you. I can make your dreams come true. I can make your dreams come true.
All right, everybody, we are back. Finally resolved the tech issue. We did have to get, sort of a PC situation figured out. I think they had to do a full reboot of one. But
Get rid of the thing. Get rid of the thing. Hypnos.
It's not tech pause anymore. There we go. There it is. Shout out our production crew. Goated. Yeah, back into this, and like we said, so Sudi, you are not Suddy. Oh my God, we spent time away. I had it down, and then we spent time away. Suddy, you're not out of the woods yet because there was a bomb plant in the last round. So Horseby is coming forward here from Zealous. Actually, they choose to take it a lot more passive. They want to get those rifles out as soon as they can, still making it expensive. Cepheus is now left in a 1v3 with this Tech 9.
Yeah, Sisyphus has the bomb there, and they don't know where he quite got up to. He could be ramp, could be in lobby, could be back in spawn.
He'll throw in utility towards that squeaky door, just try and keep his options cut off here. He'll start to back out towards outside. He's got a decent amount of time to work with here, but if he goes silent the whole way, things are start to get a little tight on the timings here.
Honestly, the play is to go outside, go inside mini, and then plant.
Yeah, he could catch one in the back if he goes for that. 100%. Fast forward is the biggest issue. Tucked up here on this upper rafter, it's going to be hard to clear out that position. Even actually that player, he won't be caught in the back. He's taking up a passive angle over towards CT vent, and Kamui even close to that vent downstairs as well. So a quick rotate would be available for him.
He's going outside to hell. He's going
he goes to heaven. It's still being watched.
He can take out. He can take out fast forward.
I believe this
upstairs.
is what fast forward has been mainly watching here.
Yes.
So this should be the end of the round.
But he's going to see that.
He'll see that the rifle picked up, and
yep.
oh my God, what a Tech 9 moment! Drops into the site as well. Now a little bit of runway for this plant. He'll top it. Just biding his time. He's getting it all the way down. That Tech 9 comes out again, but he's not able to get that one over the line. That's just too much to ask for the Techie.
I was wondering why he wasn't using it before. Most likely it was the magazine was dry and he just didn't want to take the time to reload it, so he just had the Tech 9 to be able to pull out there.
The other thing I feel like too is that one-shot headshot at close range is the only other thing I can think of.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. But again, it was good enough that he was able to get several kills there and get the bomb plant down. So, even though they lost the round, they still managed to get 3 kills there on the players and get the bomb plant down. So Zealous now is able to get, the AKs out. Everybody M4's on everybody's back. So pretty much, uniformity across all the weapons here, and that's Suddy's getting their fit. So that's a 4-round lead here.
And what an entry from Lié outside towards red. He catches Post-a-Glue completely unready for that fight. And now they have so much time to work this 5v4, manipulate the rotations around the map, and try and touch that double digit.
Yeah, 2 outside on box. Oh, fast forward is he had it, but Lié.
I thought he was shooting for that fight, but he just gets shut down. Now Borb from top of Mini also drops down, takes down one more. Suddy caught mid-drop. Borb is coming alive right now, and Suddy has no solution for this. As Kamui is left alone in a 1v5, there's no way he can pull this one off. Zealous with double digits.
He saw the barrel. He's at least going to be able to get Rue.
No,
okay, all right.
No way.
How did he miss that?
Unbelievable. Rue still able to get that one over the line nonetheless.
Oh my God, I feel so bad. It's like he literally had everything he needed. Had the timing, had the surprise, I feel so bad.
That's brutal, man.
That's literally the culmination of how this whole nuke has gone for Suddies right now. Yeah, they've had a couple rounds, but that's pretty much a culmination of exactly how this whole thing has gone to this point. But double digits for Zealous here going into this 16th round, and Zealous is going to slow down. They're going to hear all these
Lobby
footsteps
run.
here. It's going to be a lobby crunch.
Yeah, they're just going to try and go aggressive here, but it gets completely cut down here. And Zealous, it looks like they're shooing for the victory at this point. Up to 11. They deal with this eco effectively. That lobby crunch results in nothing at all for them.
I mean, look, the first match that we covered, Holly Molly got to 11, and they went to overtime. It is possible. There is a world.
We've seen some crazy stuff.
We have
We've
seen
some
stuff
crazy
happen.
comebacks.
I mean, the Mongols came back from 11 to 1. Come on.
They did. They did. They came back 11-0, man. It was...
Yeah, it didn't even go to overtime. They won.
They just won.
They
won
just
in
won
regulation.
it. Exactly.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
You're welcome.
Poor Aurora. But I still love Mongols as well, so, you
Yes.
know.
Everybody wins.
It could be worse.
Everybody wins on land, right? Sort of.
Everybody gets fist bumps on land at the very least, and
At
that's
the
always
very
a win.
least, yes.
That's always a win.
And then you can shake hands at the end, you know.
I got head pats on land, you know.
Head pats on land.
Shout
That's
out
a
to
new one.
Chris for giving me head pads, as well as Vincent, our other caster. Actually, okay, so it was from both of the other casters. So
Amen.
that's, you know,
Amen.
it's sick.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Nice
well,
flash.
this is going to be the final nail in the coffin as they try and just push
Yeah,
forward
it's just
over towards
pistols.
outside here.
There you go. It's just pistols. It's a 12th round.
You can't see it, but Chris heard that from over
All the way over
in
there
our
in the
relaxation
couches,
area.
yeah.
And he came over and he gave me head pats mid production. But yeah, this is the end of the line. It feels like match point secured. Yeah, sure, this was an ego to try and get their rifles back out. They're relying on the comeback for match point in overtime. But Zealous, they've got 7 chances to put this one to bed, and I just do not see a way in for Suddy.
I mean, yeah, no, I kind of agree with you there. I was trying to think of something. I really was. I was trying to come up with something catchy, something cute, something that I could, hang on to. But no, I just to the eye test right now, it really looks like, Zealous is in for the win. They are hungry, and this particular map has fallen apart faster than a Doritos Locos Taco, and Suddy's just had no way into this, and they were just outclassed and outmatched. But again, it's not like it's a bad thing. Sometimes you are just going to go up against an opponent who is better or just having a good day, really. And, you've been playing a lot, and you are tired. You're mentally tired. You're physically tired. You're doing everything you can to get your win. You've been here all day. And you know what? Zealous just had that extra little umph. But, again, Cobra's going to be down here. He's going to be good, hopefully, for 1, maybe 2. Get the second one. There you go. That's Cobra. Come back alive. Maybe a third. That's a third.
All right, Cobra. A little bit of life in him, but is it too little too late at this point? Still a 2v5 here for Zealous. Orb in Cepheus. Will they be able to piece this one together? Suddy, first contact as they work out towards Hut. He accidentally jumps and now gets caught in transition another time where he drops out of heaven and is dead before he even hits the floor. It's starting to stack up for you.
What?
No way that this one starts
Don't let him
getting
back.
beat together.
Okay.
All right.
Backstab.
Fast forward,
There we
tucked in
go.
Deep outside yard. He'll put that one to bed. But Suddy is even the rounds that they win. They're sweating.
Yeah, this is, again, you were asking, is a little bit too little too late. And honestly, I'm not going to say it's too little too late, because there have been moments, there has been times that Suddy's, has shown us glimmers of hope. I mean, at the moment they're sitting at a 2. Like, they started off this series, this tournament with a 2-0, right? They lost the third match, and they're trying to put themselves in contention to potentially get into the playoffs, or at least qualify for the LCQ, right? And so if they drop this like so early where they get neither one, because they didn't get enough points or they didn't qualify for the playoffs, after starting off 2-0 is going to be a really terrible feeling for Suddies. And I would hate to be in that position right now.
Yeah, and to just have to keep playing, that you're not out of the woods. You just have to keep going. You're already feeling tired. The fatigue is setting in. It's absolutely brutal.
All right, so round 19, 6-12, Zealous on match point, 6 more chances to close this out here. Missed op shot from Jakey there, uncharacteristic of him, but does get away with his life. Only takes 22 points of damage, and Suddies is now trying to figure out where they can find a hole. They only have to be perfect one time, and Studies has to be perfect 6 times. So keep that in mind in this next several moments of Counter-Strike here as they start making their way. Zealous is making their way towards ramp room, but they're backing up a little bit and trying to find some space. They've burnt about a minute off the clock here, and now at this point we're just trying to see where does Zealous want to go. Are they just trying to talk this out? Nobody's giving them the fight that they're looking for, and so right now Studies is just playing the patient game. They're playing the waiting game.
Yeah, unfortunately the fight from the Molly. Fast forward can't get anything going there, so now that's man advantage for Zealous. So they look to try and put this one to bed, try and close it out, book their ticket into the playoffs. Studies will have to go down to that LCQ. All they needed was 12 rounds to be able to secure themselves in the playoffs, but they hardly even touched 6, it looks like, here as things start to stack up and they're all in Zealous's favor.
As Cobra can be the next hero of this round. He's got the
He's
AK.
got to do something. He
Oh,
can't
he
snipe the player
missed.
down, dropping. And that feels like it unravels the entire round as
This is
Liam
it,
picks
this
up one
is it.
towards secret spots, the other towards vent. They know where everybody is. All you have to do is put a nice little bookend on this chapter and book your ticket to the playoffs.
Tomorrow, the playoffs, and you don't have to fight in the LCQ, so this is your chance. And that's
There it
it.
is.
13-6, Zealous qualify for the playoffs, forcing Studies down into the LCQ, and they stamp their way in. So again, Studies, you're not fully out of it. Again, you started this whole thing out, with a 2-0 start, series, but then you lost the next 2, and it's not over. You just got to reset yourself. You got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and you got to reset your mental to go into this because you're not done playing. You still have a long way to go, all right? And so at this point, we are going to be handing it over to Vincent. Oh, they're going to be coming back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sorry,
my bad. He was pointing at me. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, a beautiful effort there, and so Studies, they tried their best, but man, Zealous absolutely came out the gate swinging. We are actually going to be throwing it over to Vincent
Not yet,
on an
yet.
interview, but we're still getting it ready, so just a little bit more time as we figure out who we're going to be interviewing. I'm interested to see who from Zealous is going to be the one to get on the mic because they've just booked their tickets to the playoffs, and I mean, that's got to feel great.
Yeah, it's got to feel. It's got to feel good. It's got to feel great. And now you can, go back to your hotel, your B&B. You can rest. You can reset yourself. Get yourself some dinner. Have like a nice little team gathering. But you can breathe a sigh of relief. You can sit there and say, hey, you know what? We're in day 2. We know we're going to be out there, and we put our best foot forward in that situation. And they really did look like the better team, right? Zealous really did. There was a lot of moments out of Borb. There's a lot of moments out of Jakey and the rest of the team just hitting a lot of shots, especially that Borb ace.
Right.
I would love to hear them talk about that. But it looks like they actually had. It looks like Vincent actually managed to get Jakey. So I'm actually really curious. I'm interested to see what he's got to say here. Again, when you see Jakey on camera, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about because again, he looks like an American version of Yakinder. He puts his nose to the monitor. He's got the curly hair, and so at this point, whenever Vincent's ready, we'll throw it over there. But again, that Borb base was amazing. Like that was beautiful to watch. I loved it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. It looks like we're just about ready. We're getting the thumbs up right now from them, and we're going to throw it over to Vincent for the interview.
A confirmation into playoffs, and I guess the first thing would be just how do you guys feel playoffs bound?
We're feeling pretty good, honestly. We're excited to play tomorrow. We had a long day today. There's a lot of tech pauses, but I mean, honestly, we closed it out on Nuke. We did pretty well. It was good.
Well, I think to follow that up, right, you had some big moments. We've had, to be honest, a couple of big moments across the team. But in particular, I think what was more impressive is the way you guys took it to a lot of teams that we weren't necessarily anticipating what you guys were bringing. Can you kind of talk to me about what maybe the biggest thing that you guys were prepping coming into this would be?
So for us personally, we didn't play a lot together. We did a little bit of server time together coming into this event. But what we really did more of was just talk about how we want to approach certain situations on different maps. We beat Akimbo on Mirage, which was probably our biggest win today. And I think we did a really good job of just being disciplined in man advantages and not overcommitting to stuff that we shouldn't. I was really happy with how we played, honestly. We had Zach, who just filled for us like as of a week ago. Our 5th actually bailed because I think his cousin had a wedding or something like that.
It's always the weddings, man.
It's always the weddings, yeah. But yeah, Zach's come in and he's just been fragging like crazy. He's a chill dude, and honestly, we've been having a great weekend. Like even outside of the CS, we've been vibing. It's been fun. So lots of laughs, good times.
So what do you have to say to the Well, there's rumors going around that you're actually a Kindar.
I mean, okay, if we're being real here, I play slightly further from my monitor than Kinder does. Slightly, but I will
Only
say
a little bit.
From the side profile, when I'm inside of my monitor, when I'm smelling the enemies, I may look like a Kinder. I have the same hair kind of too, so it's a funny joke. I'm down for it.
Awesome. I mean, I'm glad you are down for it, because if not, it wouldn't be as fun.
No, it's hilarious. I love it.
Alrighty, well, first and foremost, like I said, congratulations. I think that about does it. Thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate you, and good luck tomorrow. Cool, thank you. Alrighty, and with that, we were going to take a break. We have the LCQ coming up. I think round 2 will be getting started in just a few minutes.
To bring the party. Cause we don't want to bring the party. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want.
From the moment you were born, you always had it all. And I guess someone dropped the ball, 'cause look where you have gone. You had everything, fucking everything. You don't know. You had everything, threw it all away. You don't know. You got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. Feel like you were unaware of all the things you ever squandered. Feel like you could live a dream, but you just failed to see it. There is always another day. For you, there's another round. No day is ever too late. There's always a way out. You got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything do? If I really want to, but you're my baby, break my mind and take. But you have the key, so open my place, my place. I can't stay in my feet. What I'm gonna do? If I really want to, but you're my baby, break my mind, break my mind. So open my place, my mind. So please, my mind. So open my place, my mind. But you're my baby.
I don't wanna wait for a storm that ain't coming, or hide from the sun in the morning. I don't wanna run from something I can't define, but I gotta be careful with what I call mine. I know you too well. I'll climb up on the roof and yell. I've learned all that I know, and we put on quite a show. I'd be lying if I said I'm coming back. I just wanna go, I wanna walk away. Never wanted to love you anyway. Guess I should've known, I won't pick up the phone. Go on and watch me fade. When you see the lights faded in the night, know that I'm fine alone. I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. I'll be running, I'll be running by, I'll be running, I'll be running by, I'll be running, I'll be running by, I'll be running, I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. Skyline, sun in my eyes. Skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. I can see the end now, almost in my memory. No more waiting for a sign now. It's time for me to leave. As the world closes on the door of what became to be, I regret nothing. I can set my mind free. I know you too well. I'm up on the roof and yell. Learned all that I know, and we put on quite a show. And I'd be lying if I said I'm coming back. I just wanna go, I wanna walk away. Never wanted to love you anyway. Guess I should've known, won't pick up the phone. Go on and watch me fade. When you see the lights faded in the night, know
I happen to have changed locations. We're back on the casting couch that isn't a couch because we're standing. My name's Vincent, joined once again by Cam. How's it going?
It's going great. It's been a wonderful, eventful day.
Yeah. And listen, we got high stakes matchups right now. This is what I am calling the LCQ. Mostly because I feel like it's a better name than what we had been calling it, like the lower bracket or something. Either way, as you can see, we got Malicious Intent versus Orion Esports, and this is an exciting matchup. I mean, this is an opportunity, right, to make it to the final of this LCQ, which one of those teams in the final will move on to playoffs. Only one of what we started before. So, pistol round's already underway. We've got Malicious Intent on the CT side, and getting run over, 1-for-1, I guess isn't the worst scenario. Supa, importantly, has kept back all control.
Malicious Intent really has no use to come back into the site, but you know they're just going to breathe their way inside of the site. Trey's going easy.
Oh, a nasty shot from the back of Newbox. Seth doing a wonderful job. It's Sluggy who's in the 1v3. Probably the most experienced player in the server, and Wet Willie says, I do not care.
I'm taking the round of myself.
It's all mine. So you're talking up, you're a big fan of Orion Esports, I heard.
Oh, huge fan. Huge fan.
What's like your favorite thing about Orion Esports?
Favorite thing about them?
Yeah.
They knocked me out of the last LAN.
Oh, wow, okay. So I have a question. Daniel? Daniel S?
Daniel S.
Daniels.
Daniels, yes.
As in the last. What is it?
What about him?
Which one is it? Daniel S? Daniels?
Is it multiple Daniels?
I'm asking you since you're such a big fan.
I would say it's multiple personalities. The way that team works.
Fair enough. I'm a big fan of Granoli.
Yeah.
I gotten the privilege to cast a ton of him in collegiate events, actually.
Really? What college is he?
I'm trying to remember. Give me 1 second.
No, you're absolutely fine. And then we see that eco round force back didn't work out for the Malicious Intent side, so they're going to go ahead and save this round. Let's see if they do something fun, something creative. Get a little bit of a half by going.
Cumberland University.
Cumberland, okay.
Yeah. In-game leads, actually, for that team.
Oh.
Pretty damn good, if I'm going to be honest.
So he does a double in-game lead?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, it's really cool. I like the setup. Trammell getting a little bit of support. Unfortunately, 5-7, it's good, but it's not going to be good enough. All up to Super Saucin, burning inside that Molotov, and the flash goes a little bit too early.
Can't get anything going. You know, those the 5-7, like I said, not the best gun in the game. But it's not better than the Mac 10 apparently. So
Interesting. You know what? Isn't one shot to the head?
what, CZ?
5-7.
5-7.
CZ's not.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're fair point. It's more like in the 90s, 80s.
I think it's like, what is it? Within 3 meters?
80.
The producer is trying to tell me things.
86? Is that an 86? Gotcha.
I'm glad you're capable. I was not understanding. It's already loud in here. I hope all of this is being picked up.
Pretty sure it is. Orion, as we played them on LAN, bad thing is that we knew them pretty well, so they weren't going to be yelling at us. But they are yellers. They do tend to...
Ol' Yeller.
Ol' Yeller. Do tend to talk the smack. So, let's see if they change things up. We're going to see 2 Mac 10s coming out of the Orion side, so a little bit maybe of a fast play. They have been taking banana almost every round, so...
I mean, is typically going to be a portion of this map. Pick up pace. Everyone's blind. Nobody can see. And a 1-for-1 trade. You'll take it, given the investment for Orion.
Still trying to push the CTs back here.
Well, it's a 3B setup early as well. The amount of utility probably should give them a little bit of an idea of that.
I like the spot by Backo. If he plays it right, he can definitely catch him off.
I mean, this is going to be very unexpected.
Oh.
Dude, what a clear. What a clear. That's so impressive.
He was ready for it. I guess the smoke kind of just made him a little bit uneasy.
That's fair.
I think Stewie 2K got that engraved into people's heads.
Well, 4-on-2. Trammell has arrived back onto the A site. The bomb in the meantime. Gonna get moving. Currently 2-2, to be fair.
You see Daniel
Yeah.
S. He's over there lurking around that coffin side.
Jeez. He just sprinted at them. Alex goes down, and I mean, now Tramel about to get caught. Great work. I mean, to be honest with you, that round looks so easy because you basically take both sides, and well, when that happens,
You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You're absolutely lost. Yeah, no protocols on how to fix that.
well, there isn't one.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not a foolproof solution.
Oh, we can see them yelling at each other over there. I like it. I like the energy. People are bringing it this late into the day.
Yeah, and listen, it's been a long day, right? Like that's the other thing. As the day goes on, it's about how much staying power do you have. Are you going to be waning, or are you going to be able to pick up pace and make sure that you are at a not just like a high level of energy, but also playing at your best for a long period of time? I think that's half the battle of a LAN like this. You know you're walking into a long day. That's the way it works, especially if you're going deep.
Yeah, and then I mean, obviously you're coming in the PCs, the setups. You're not used to this, so it's a lot when you come into a LAN. And I mean, I personally love LANs. You get to yell at people. That's the best part. I'm not even a yeller. I'm not a loud person. I'm a very mellow guy, but sometimes you do yell.
That's why you and King were good teammates, I guess.
Yeah, he would yell at me.
Not usually a yeller, but you can pick it up.
It's okay. We go sass for sass.
That's right. Malicious Intent in a little bit of a tough spot economically right now. They have a half by here. That's got a couple of 59s and stuff. You're noticing that they are stacking heavy though bracket side. This is 4-man A, and they don't have bracket control currently either. So this is mostly just off the back of that one smoke for Arch. That's what this 4-man stack is based on.
And then Supa over here is just going to make sure that they're not taking B. He has another smoke in the CT, so he's going to be able to drop 2 more smokes. And kind of just keep him at bay, trying to force him to go A side, right? Trying to go to that stack.
I do like right now, though, that Orion, they have the bomb bottom banana, so they can make a decision to move elsewhere. Now, granted, the bomb just been collected. 4 players going to be grouping towards A, but with banana control still being maintained, they can pivot late. This isn't a necessity. They don't have to go.
Seems they are going to back away after taking brackets.
Did they really find the fold here?
Maybe they know something we don't know. Some pregame.
I mean, they're going to be in the right location, but look at the timer. 20 seconds. Smoke's about to fade, and as it does, it's the lurk out on the other side of the map as well, and that's the go button. Unfortunately, Supa locked behind the CT smoke. It's made it impossible to try and bring it back in. Seth, it's not exactly pretty, but they have the B bomb site, so it doesn't matter.
It's not. Maybe save those guns that they're gonna that one gun and hold some exits. You know, bring it into the next round. CT economy. Obviously, this new update helps out a lot, but this map being CT sided, they definitely have to pick it up.
Well, and to be honest with you, let me talk on that for a second because I mean, average, this is a CT-sided map, but to be completely blunt, I think if you're a team that plays Inferno, it can easily go T-sided.
Oh yeah, I mean you've had teams that can definitely pull like a 9-3 half, and no, you're absolutely right. If you're good at the map, you're gonna be able to get that T-side. And this is what we're seeing. I mean, they're taking banana slow, taking the map control late into mid, and kind of just winning all the battles.
Well, and it's not even necessarily slow banana. They're being pretty active there early, and the issue I'm seeing right now is that Malicious Intent aren't throwing any retake utility.
Yeah.
If you get banana right now for Orion, you have banana for the entire round, and the guy top banana just sitting there isn't getting pressured at all.
I mean, they're not getting any information. They don't know if they're there. They're just smoking off top banana.
Well, and that's why you see 4 stack at A that is, I mean, understandable on the type of buy that they have, but also entirely based on nothing because they have no bracket control, no banana control, no nothing.
Yeah. You see here they're trying to take banana again.
They've done a ton of damage. This utility damage is solid.
But you see that early interchange of nades, and then they just give it up. They take brackets.
This reaction right now for Orion is they feel a little bit of pressure towards that banana side. They immediately react, take the bracket control. And it's been staked to claim to. They've got it. A little bit of a weird T-smoke, to be honest. It's sort of halfway. Not going to give them a lot of opportunity to try and scale towards long.
But just like you said, they're working both sides of the map at a really good pace, and CTs aren't reacting properly, right? They're not trying to take anything back. Both sides stagnant, just waiting to see what the T's are going to do, and that's, what they want. That's what Orion wants.
Well, I mean, if Sluggy can shoot his way out, then that's all good. First shot is his. There's a crossfire, but this smoke is going to separate him. Sluggy under pressure. He won't go down. And Tramel from pit, good to come back. Wet Willie falls, and it's the in-game leader who's left alone to call himself out of the equation that they've been put into. Great first shot. How about enough? Just 30 seconds, and unfortunately split between two angles. It's Sluggy for a triple kill.
And hey, that's a great reaction. If you guys can't fight into mid, then just make sure you guys have good crossfires and good recovery angles, and that's what they're doing. It was a good adjustment. As we saw some really funny facial reactions coming from Malicious Intent.
Yeah, I'm ready for... Last I saw Sluggy at LAN, I think it was in 2023, maybe? Maybe it was 2022 at a frag, and it was pretty loud, so look forward to a little bit of that. Nikrovic's opening pick, and I guess that's another way of defining banana control. Get the Molotov extinguished early for Carr, and just take an early fight.
Yeah, and I mean, that molly landed a little bit shallow too, so something that you wouldn't expect coming out of Orion, but I mean, you pick up on it.
I am very impressed with how well drilled this Orion team looks.
Yeah, their reactions are good, their protocols are good. I mean, this might be the third time they play this map today, so hopefully some comfort there.
Currently looking like it.
Taking brackets control here. Coming up lane, fighting with Trammel. No good trades coming back. As it looks, Orion's just going to go ahead and take the site. Retake 3v3. Smoked off on arches. Moto Smoke comes back.
This is really tough though, because they're all Moto side.
Good util on the CT side.
Oh, it's a nice return, Nate. They threw it back at him, and another smoke. It's chalked. I love that move as well from Seth. He's up ahead of this, and as much as Malicious Intent feel like they have an avenue, they've used this smoke to get through. Unfortunately, his hand is sticking out. The bad news is this could be the lineup. Cronoli out of bullets. He's got to go block mode. Maku on the other side, and Cronoli puts it away.
What a hold. Playing aim labs out there. Not a lot of smiling coming out of Malicious Intent.
I was trying to find who Orion played. They were in the Holly Molly Raging Unicorns group. Went 1 and 2.
Yes.
Trying to figure out who they beat.
They beat probably them.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Using your brain.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. It's okay. We both combine into one.
That's who them is, for the record. 6-1. The back of that 3-on-3. I mean, a tight loss for Malicious Intent as they continue to invest. But, I mean, as much as that is good, they're going to continue to get some guns out. It also means that their economy is lackluster.
Yeah, they kind of have to stay a little bit more active in these rounds, right? The low util, banana take.
It's just gambles right now. Another 4-man stack towards A. Off the back of not a lot of information, Orion are doing a great job of defining their default by having map control everywhere and showing presence everywhere.
And, I mean, they seem to be getting the right reads. Just every time they don't go to the stack, they have the lurker making sure that he's going out first, seeing what he sees. And we see it here, a quick little boost. Ends up falling off with the util. And now we see him setting up for a B exec, but I don't see if Sluggy's very confident that's going to be B.
Yeah, and I mean, that's, the reason for that is exactly what you just highlighted. Great flashbang. It's going to get it back in. Tuba, double kill. Trade is immaculate, though. Seth, in the meantime, lurking out on the other side of the map. Still, Alex had the only opportunity. There was a flash that sent him in. That wasn't entirely alone, and Sluggy tracks through the smoke onto Seth. Another Molotov, though. Now going to force the bomb plant. 5 seconds. They've got to get this down soon. There's only going to be one more opportunity.
Sluggy
Bomb
gets the
denied.
kill.
Sluggy does it all. An ace for Sluggy as Malicious Intent take a second round.
What a beautiful round, honestly. Could not have played around that smoke any better.
It's pretty absurd how much Sluggy is getting out of that.
Yeah, they threw a molly behind. They hear him getting ticked. His teammates in banana. Not a lot of support coming in. And
They're so scared, too. The T's are terrified of somebody going through that smoke. And to be honest with you, I think whoever the planter was there, I didn't catch who it was, needs to just be a little bit more trusting of their teammate. You know, if you go down in that scenario and your teammate misses or gets flashed or whatever, it just is what it is.
yeah, just like full trust in the teammate, right? Obviously the smoke's not a wall, but he can definitely trust him a lot.
Well, the other issue is they don't. I think the CT smoke had faded by that
Oh,
time. That's
yeah.
why they were forcing it back fountain as opposed to like default or the opposite side of fountain.
Yeah.
So stuck between a rock and a hard place. I think we had attack right there, if I'm not mistaken, by the timing.
From Orion.
Yeah, production just nodding for me. I love that they're taking attack after that type of round. That is awesome to see because they still have such a strong economy.
Yeah, they're saying even if we're winning, we need to make sure. that we
Look at
don't
the
get
pace change. Well, Willie getting up in their face. Beautiful flashbangs as well. Sluggy, what ace gets a ding. In fact, he steals one away. That in and of itself is impressive. Now the off is yet to take one. He does pick it up, and Maclu follows up with a refrag. More to be done, and it's all in the outlets and shoulders. The MP9, it's the weapon for the job, but it's just not in the right hands in this case. Malicious Intent. They had a great round. Sluggy with an ace, but this time Orion changed the pace.
Exactly, yeah, just that timeout, changing the pace. You know, Sluggy was not ready for that arch take, and throwing the util sets as they were running. I don't know if they could have played that better after a timeout.
I think that really goes to show kind of the depth that Orion have, right? They reach into the strap book and they find the perfect call, to be honest with you. I think the extinguish on that molly, too, for mid is what really sells the off timing.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, you know, Malicious is forced to save. Let's see if they take attack. Kind of understand, like, okay, they're able to change the pace on us and see how we can adjust. And it seems that Willie just died to the bomb.
On for it, but to be honest with you, I didn't hear it. I don't want to know.
Just from facial reactions.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think, unfortunate, but that ultimately not going to matter. They still had a little bit of cash. It wasn't all that crazy. But, yeah, everybody just fine. They can afford everything that they want.
And yeah, no op coming out on the T side.
Don't need it, really.
Yeah, they're forcing their pace, and STYKO had that one round with the early pick. He hasn't done anything else. Holding arch, got one kill, but
Yeah.
hasn't gone overtly aggressive.
I mean, I think that if he had stayed alive, it would have been a little bit better. But I think mostly just feeling a little bit, and you were saying this before, feeling a little bit like Malicious Intent are playing scared.
Yeah. Just here with this three-man take, I mean, really common. Let's see if it works out.
They're just not even fighting for banana this round either. Early utility did nothing. Everybody's at 100 HP.
I feel like with their reactions, they should have been taking banana here to go into that three-man stack.
And it's another round where Orion are tossing scaling utility to clear like long haul. They're having presence towards A. Meanwhile, a B exec has just been thrown with like a molly for oranges as well. This is so confusing for the CTs. They have no idea what's going to happen. 2 massive kills. Slugly, Yakravex, they both collect. Now they have to go B. There's a very tight timing for Orion.
And yeah, it works out. Their stack works. They trade off of each other, and here's that exec coming in.
Well, flashed off. They don't have this. It's got to be a trade. It's free. At least it should have been for Supa. But that refrag from Cronoli is giving this 1v3 some legs.
Yeah, let's see where he's playing this post plant. Is he going to force a fight early on, or is he just going to go ahead and wait? We'll have to see. I mean, he's looking for a pick here. Fortunately, both of the guys are going to be coming banana.
He's got a single flash, and the fact that they both have smokes is devastating. So, first smoke goes for CT. That's going to put the timer on this round. Cronoli looking to play through this smoke, and he's just looking to deny the diffuser first and foremost. He grabs it. Cronoli turns 180 degrees and devastating. Cronoli leads from the front and finds a 1v2 out of nowhere.
What an incredible round from Cannoli. I mean, lurking through that smoke.
I've got no idea why they're not thinking that he could be in the CT smoke.
They also have more util they could have thrown.
Smoke on the bomb, anything. Molotov they had for backhaul if they wanted to. Malicious intent. To be honest with you, probably just thinking that they want to play this, simply gun out, right? Don't get caught with utility. But unfortunately, hindsight 2020 on that one.
Here we see Vaco's still good. He's going for an aggressive pick.
I mean, Sluggy, I feel like that's a play that you're making when you feel like the entire round has to be on your shoulders.
Just silly mistakes on the CT side. Dry swinging, not playing together. Just showing the more prep team that is Orion.
Yeah, I think that prepped is a great word to describe it because, yeah, it's a matter of they've got the protocols down, and it's not even really all that fancy what they're doing. It's just some basic stuff, but executed well.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's something I feel like I see a lot from Cronoli-led teams.
Yeah, no, it's defaults are looking good, and I wouldn't even say it's been anything too complicated, really.
No.
Just CS how it should be. Trying to save these guns. We're gonna see if we can get away with them.
Seems pretty likely now.
Trammel pad statting over here. Stat padding.
Pat statting?
Pad statting.
I do be pad statting. We pad stat.
We pad stats. Anyway, yeah, they get away with those guns. Those are going to be really important to bring in.
A couple extra kills, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a lot of cash, but that's an extra flashbang around.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is split up, so.
A lot of smiles coming in, though. Orion looks very happy, especially all these long days they've had.
The first of what they're probably hoping is going to be a couple.
Yeah. Maybe no caster curse here.
9-2, looking like 9-3 could be very likely.
Very fast Bananate coming in from Orion. You can see back coming in to try to get the entry.
The issue is they got to slow down. They're ahead of all their utility, and they're trying to toss it on the fly. Finally, the CT smoke comes up, and they got to now deal with Super. Oh, no! Yakrovix, it's one nade that dunks two. Wet Willie going to try and get the numbers punched in, but it's far too little too late. Or, never mind. Trammel will make sure that doesn't go any further.
That looked like my spray against STYKO today. Just whiffing all of it.
This is the same guy who was talking all the smack.
Hey, bro, same thing would have happened to you if you stayed out here all day and went to go play him.
I mean, probably.
Hey, I'll take it on the chin.
I don't think I would be better.
Hey, I got my three main event cards.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just gonna go enjoy that. Wallow in STYKO money.
Glad that you can.
Hey, you were more than invited. We can go to.
All right, let's go. I'm in. I'm ready for it. The third round, malicious intent, seal one away. I got concerns, right? That's the CT side. That's arguably the easier side, especially to. I don't know the exact status of what all these malicious intent, but I'm pretty sure the majority it's more of a poke stack than a than a full team.
And we'll see how they deal. Quick wrap coming in. 5-man wrap into CT.
Daniel does well, and it's not just about the amount of kills. He delays for a long time. Still grouped up. Full banana control in the CT's hands. Orion are pretty prepped for this. It's not the immediate response, but look at how fast Wet Willie is getting onto the flank. This is good stuff. Cronoli doesn't have to take a step forward. Now as they hear the bomb plant, that's going to be the question answered.
Hopefully they have 3 men coming up banana.
CT's turning into the T's very quickly, and with double up backhaul, this is super isolating. At least to New Box, and it's a double up there too. That's got to be the big surprise factor for the time being. Activation, immediate headshot from Seth, and they'll get cleared out. Yakrovitz, it's a first, and what a nasty third frag is that from him. More to be done for Wet Willie. They're both on the open. Time expiring, and it's all done and dusted before the frag even comes through. Sluggy, he survives even at the end of it.
Look at him, a little bit of spirits coming in from that round. I mean, good. Gotta stay hyped. Gotta stay with that energy going. I like the way they're talking.
They're talking like this is not over, which is definitely good. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Game's not over till it's over.
Even if it feels a little bit like that. Pistol round, it breathes fresh life into Malicious Intent.
Orion playing it safe, saving, making sure they get a good buy coming in for that first gun round. Running down mid.
I love the focus for Orion of just getting that good buy. So many times, I think the mindset is we have rounds to play with, let's get silly. And I think being safe like this and just saying we were beating them on gun rounds constantly. Let's get another gun round.
Yeah, like what's another gun round of them?
Nothing. It'll leave Wet Willie in a pretty dire scenario. That triple kill from Yakravex, though, I mean, really mind-bending the way he's able to get that third kill up on top of first oranges. But even beyond that, that trade that he initially gets, he's being set up for it. So whenever he gets the multi-kill, it's like he's delivered on the promise.
Yeah. He held the afterplant. That's all he needed to do. And yeah, I mean, he's feeling it clearly. So we'll see if it continues. And here's the first gun round.
No pressure.
No pressure.
For Malicious Intent. Elimination on the line. I feel like it's important that we reiterate that. Loser is done. Winner moves on to the finals of this LCQ bracket. Winner of that making playoffs tomorrow.
And not a lot of aggression coming out of CTs. Obviously lower util. So hoping that Malicious was just going to do an exec late. Kind of surprised they didn't do anything fast with that Mac 10.
Well, to be fair here for Malicious Intent, I mean, they got smacked by this utility.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 plus damage done
by the nades, yeah.
Yeah, here in Banana. So they get banana control, but at what cost? Especially when, I mean, Daniel has a ton of util that he's just sitting on. I love that reaction. Just a smoke, and he's got a flash too if needed. He's actually picked up another smoke that he had it waiting in CT.
They have a good read on what Malicious Intent is, their tendencies of what they like doing.
Look at this from Orion. They just flashed to take back bracket control. They double-checked both from porch and arch side. They know that nobody's at least in this area of it.
Bad smoke coming out from Daniel.
Yeah, that really hurts. Now Cannoli forced into a tough situation. They're grouping. Malicious Intent taking their time, though. There's an arrival from CT. The form of Wet Willie, and they've lost all of their map control. But Orion, they aren't reacting themselves.
They still have a molly here on Cannoli.
Sluggy sending it back to A. I think, I mean, just to keep them here, but they've never moved. They've never adjusted, and he's being loud. Sluggy's likely dead here at the moment, and he doesn't get anything. What a hold there from Cannoli. Seth gets his one. This is winnable.
2v2, absolutely. Low HP on Trammel. If that nade gets placed correctly. Ooh, just a little short.
Not quite there. Well, that flash not going to do anything, and he swings off the back of it. Trammel now in the 1v1, and it's a big clutch for Trammel to carry over the line.
And you can hear them yelling at each other across the venue. I'm hoping this is getting picked up. There is a lot of excitement in these teams. Orion, look at a little beat. They lost the first gun round. That's not something that should demotivate you. They had the right reads. So maybe just kind of, they need a timeout, kind of recuperate what's going on. And we see a timeout coming out of Malicious Intent. On the side of Orion, so.
Well, at this point now they've got loss bonus, so you know the question of like let's just get gun rounds is no longer really relevant because they've got the extra money, right? The bust of the CT economy we've been talking about pretty consistently.
Yeah, and I mean they can set a good stack as you see them setting up over there for a stack. 3 players on the apps, 1 is holding arch. Wet Willie getting a little overconfident there in the apps.
I think more just searching to find a little bit of something. When you're on this type of buy, you can see the forward hold, right? It's meant to be more of a bait setup usually, but it can work if you're aggro as well. Punished this time is Wet Willie. But more to be done.
Still staying in the apps position. I really like this from them. It gives them a lot of info, especially with brackets not being taken. Kind of keeps Daniel's over there on the B site. Seeing a lot of info taken mid right there. So we're trying to see what Malicious Intent's doing. They're understanding that it's a stack. Kick by Maku right there.
Done. It's a great trade though, and again, I mean, Orion, even in these losing efforts, doing a good job of playing off of one another. This timing for Seth is pretty nasty. He's going to go for an AK. That's an attempt to go for the kill shot. If he can get a couple of kills off the back of that, just off the timing, then maybe they can win it. Without it, likely to walk away with this AK and save it for the next round. HP, though, is low. I don't know how much of this is confirmed.
They have to know that they did some damage, relatively.
I mean, the MP9 certainly did a lot.
But it looks like they're going to go ahead and save this AK, bring it over to the next round. Hoping a pace change coming from Orion on their buy. Maybe go for something aggressive, try to change things up a little bit. See a smile from Wet Willie. He's not too bothered. For now.
Still got a strong lead, right? Yeah. I mean, that's closing for now, but 9-3 on the half. It's been cut down to 7. It's 4 rounds straight out of Malicious Intent, and we head into a very important gun round.
Absolutely right. We need to see something different. We need to see them take charge like they did on the T side. Maybe even go for a pick if they have an op in hand. Try to get something going. And I do see an op, if I'm not wrong, from me squinting at the screen.
I think so.
So hopefully Wet Willie goes in for a pick somewhere on the map as we see a timeout that did come out.
That's, precisely what you were kind of talking about, that you wanted to see Akrovix pulling on the CT side. Now we're asking that from Wet Willie. A little bit of a swap up that could change the tide here for Orion. But Malicious Intent, I really got to credit them. I think their banana control's been really nice. And I think that as much as we hadn't necessarily seen a lot of great cohesion in the first half, they played together very effectively. Their grouping was good.
What a first pick by Wet Willie. So yeah, just going aggressive. That's what we need from a CT side, and you don't let your foot off the gas, especially if you're up.
Yeah, an immediate reposition back arch instead of porch. Daniels making sure to get utility as opposed to just the firepower. That's why he's on an MP9 again.
Holding a nice little crossfire here. It seems like they're waiting for an aggression.
I actually like that move to just nade. Like Daniels is looking and waiting for that to be, that to be a smoke.
He's just getting napalmed over there.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 nades in a row. He's down at 12 HP.
And then they just gave up banana as they're grouping up for an A hit. So it's kind of making Wet Willie a little bit cautious. He's more on the rotate than he is on holding.
Yeah,
he's in the archway over there.
He's super passive on arch. Not taking an active line, and that's not going to be an easy one to rotate out of either. He's going to have to go library side as opposed to getting up through arch instead. And yeah, as soon as he gets flash off, they're going to hit the go button though. It's everyone through porch. This is really one-dimensional from Malicious Intent. They don't have a lot left. It's just one flashbang to make this happen. Wet Willie actually connects the first, isolated in the pit, and no. Crossfire set up, and it's beautiful. That one, the first time that Malicious Intent have really struggled to find a way into a bomb site.
Yeah, I think it was just more stagnant, right? If you're throwing those nade CTs and then you're not doing anything off of them, you're kind of just being heard when you run away. So it kind of just sets up for it. And then you see how Wet Willie just hears that smoke that comes into arch and just rotates over. That smoke in the moto comes super late. He gets a pick.
Yeah. I mean, I also just think a lack of flashbangs. You really need some You need 3 well-placed flashbangs for an A exec to break that crossfire.
Yeah, no one coming apps, no one clearing that deeper angle. Oh, and we have another tech pause.
Mic broke.
Someone decided to slam their mic into the table. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what happened. But
That would be pretty funny. A great way to break your microphone.
and they're talking to each other in a tech pause. Maybe they'll get yelled at.
Oh, either way, I wanted to kind of highlight, though, in that last round, the lack of flashbangs, first and foremost, but also, you know, if you're going to be going into such a rather obvious A hit, you're going to need something more than just that single flash that they had.
Yeah, and I mean, they had the buy, they had the util, they had everything early on. So, like, the biggest question is, if you guys took a timeout, Motion Set took the timeout, was that really the strat they talked about? Or were they expecting to get a bomb strike kill over there in the CT and then, you know, run in?
I mean, to be honest, I would have been happy if that was the move.
I'm a fan of that strat, but there has to be a level to it.
That's a fair point. Yeah, got to have a second phase, you know, a plan B.
Yeah.
At the very minimum. 10-7. Finally, Orion breakthrough on their CT side after 4 rounds straight of stagnation.
Change of pace over Malicious. All 5 going up banana.
I mean, they're denied. Bomb struck there, and there's another nade. It's deadly. Not going to have a gun out, though. Cronoli, it's not quite easy mode, but it's a whole lot easier down with those low HP bars. More to be done. Cronoli can't quite do it, but he's done his job and a little bit more. Oh, that's a crazy spam. Yakrovix is going to connect over onto Seth beyond the smoke.
Taking the blame for his teammate right there. His teammate's spamming for him.
Elevation. There's a molly. There's 2 mollies, actually. But it's not going to land. Oh, no. Is this place better? It could have been perfect. Instead, Yakrovix, he steals one away. Maku got to get the gun out. Unfortunately, can't do that fast enough. It looked good. Orion, they had all the utility damage set in stone.
And the read. Seemed like the read was there. They heard him coming up fast B. Just got cut out, Daniel, just running with the util in his hands. And I mean, good change of pace. Really good change of pace.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I really think the big difference is if Daniels doesn't have his utility out.
Yeah, that molly definitely got cost his life right there.
Especially with an MP9. I mean, such low HP. Fortunately, Orion going to be capable of buying once again. Wet Willie was hoping for a B pick. He gets a lot of utility tossed his way, and so he'll decide not to go in that direction.
He's actually coming from Malicious now. They know that he plays on A.
Once again, feels like Orion, they're really doing their best to try and stall this out. It's all they have. Now that crossfire, unstoppable last time. It's better this time. Yakrovix, he's the only man who can do a damn thing, and it's not enough.
What an incredible hold. These crossfires are just, they're unable to break through them. Every time they've tried going up lane, they're not throwing the, like you said, you need those good flashes. You need those trades, and they're not doing any of that.
I mean, if you're not going to have the flashes, you have to just be able to have some crazy entry.
Yeah, you need someone that has to be able to just 360 3 times in a row and get 3-1 taps.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have that, it seems, and Orion happy to take in, hold steady. Well, he did get the look he wanted before. Now he's going for it once again. Jiggle seen, spotted, and there's Wet Willie taking the opener. Oh, Lex, I've just realized having a stinker. He's 3-17.
Oh, wow. I did not even see that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, to be honest, unfortunate, but a situation where Malicious Intent got to have to find a way to win despite that.
Yeah. Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah. We saw Sluggy, an ace to kind of get them into this. Everyone else has been at the pace. Yakrovix especially, I think, has been fantastic.
They're just giving aim tools over here to Wet Willie. They're going to try to get the bomb back, but I feel like there could have been a better way for them to peek that angle. Setting up over here for what looks to just be a one-man Halls pop.
I can't even remember the last time Maku was actually in pit, though.
feel like this is going to be a little bit of a surprise. Well, we'll just say he got away with it? Are you for real? That's ridiculous. But yet, Trammell, only the 1-for-1. Daniels, it's a great supportive flashbang that allows him to take back space towards long and follow through with that. Yakovex's deagle is nothing compared to the rifling on the other side.
Really good passive setup. I mean, they're on ecos. They're not doing anything dumb, not going out.
And they already had the advantage.
Yeah.
Wet Willie gave them that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they keep peeking them. Of course, they're going to. What more do they have to give?
That's valid. It's good work that will continue as we get down to the wire. Orion seeming like they really had some struggles to start this half. And to be honest with you, I really credit Malicious Intent stepping up. We're fast. We're into B. We're already here. This crossfire is beautiful. Granoli, Daniels, and Baku, they're all involved, and it's all done and dusted. Send them home because Malicious Intent are all gone.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful change of pace. By the time they even enter B site, half of them have no HP.
Yeah, I mean, consistently good for Malicious Intent, or rather for Orion to get into position. And I think that ultimately they were in a good spot to begin with. They set themselves up for success, 9-3. Like, I mean, that's better than you could ever ask for.
Especially on the T side.
Especially, that's another great point. Yeah.
They did amazing.
And credit to Granoli. I think he called a great T side.
He did, absolutely. He had perfect reads, made. Even on defaults, they had good protocols on T side. So completely beautiful coming from Orion. Really good change of how they started the day, and hopefully now they go into tomorrow for the last game of the day.
Yeah, that happening tomorrow morning, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be off stream. That's the final game of the LCQ. We've got 7 teams locked in to playoffs, and on the upside for Malicious Intent, I think they put together a pretty good game. Understanding that some individuals were having a rough one too, they played a very competitive game despite that fact.
Absolutely, yeah. They made it competitive, and at the end of the day, you can't come from this event not proud of the way that things ended. Right? You played the best that you could.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, and a nice ace for Sluggy.
Absolutely. Put that on the clip reel.
Yeah. We got just confirmation that Suddies is the winner of the other side of this. So it's going to be this squad Orion going up against Suddies tomorrow morning in a best-of-3 that will happen off-stream for the final spot in playoffs. They will join the other 7 teams that are already settled in for that one. We're working on getting an interview for you as well. Whilst we do that, though, just some thoughts on the day. Where are you feeling? What are we at?
I think, today really showed that Tier 2 is definitely competitive. I mean,
oh yeah,
we saw how many overtime games, how many games that people obviously yelling at each other, and even the teams that we thought were the favorites, getting their bell rung.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Akimbo very happy, I'm sure, that there was a situation. They could have been spoiled, but Akimbo threw. But what you're referring to is there was a chance that they did not make the playoffs, which would have been, that would have been devastating for them. Thankfully, they stay in. Even beyond that, though, I think I'm excited to see a little bit more of that Zealous team.
Absolutely.
I'm very, very happy. And this Orion team really impressed me. Their detail-oriented approach, and also the way they were able to slow things down a little bit on the T side, they never looked flustered. That in and of itself really impressed me.
Yes, how how a team will say pause or stop.
Yes.
Instead of just going oh, I got 2 picks, I'm going to run in. So it's definitely very impressive that they're doing that.
Yeah, I think a lot to like about this Orion team and kind of what they were doing. You saw the coach behind them as well. The fact is that they were capable of getting value out of those pauses too. That's something that I wasn't even thinking about until you started talking about it in that overpass game that we were casting earlier today. Oh,
You've known me forever.
Oh Lord,
it's been a long day.
But yeah, ultimately a lot of good games that we've been able to take through, and well. We got a little bit more for you. We've got an interview with the victors here in Orion. It's Ixman standing by.
All right.
So we have the winners here, Orion Esports. Now, with the winners, I got Daniel here and I got Maku as well. Now, you guys are qualified for the grand finals that are going to get played tomorrow morning. So we just, because of time constraints, we're not able to get here. But tell me about how you guys are feeling right now. I could hear everything. I could hear the cheers and whatnot. How do you feel right now that at least you qualified in the grand finals to get yourself in the playoffs? Where's your mind at right now?
So we played 3 games before this. We actually lost the first 2, but one was double overtime, one was triple overtime. So it became kind of a mental thing, right? So we got so close and we were kind of tilted because of how close it was, but it took time to just hey, reset. Okay, look, guys, we've been playing well. These are good teams we've been playing. Right. And then, it came to this, which was a bit of an easier team, and it kind of showed through all the mental we'd put into it. Okay, guys, just relax. Just because we lost 2 doesn't mean we're out of it. We just got an unlucky streak. And so I think we're feeling kind of good about it now. Yeah,
and I was able to cast your first match that went to double overtime, and seeing you guys come back and then lose it there in the beginning, what did you guys do to reset yourselves to get back to this particular point? Because I know that had to be tough on you guys.
To be honest, going down early on T side, we knew that it wasn't ideal, but that's just kind of how Nuke works sometimes. So after a little bit, I think we lost pistol round and then started getting back into it after that. Pistol round's just not our thing sometimes. But after that, I think, to be honest, I don't think anybody mentioned anything about a comeback. I think we were down 6-11, and then before we knew it, it was just 12-11. Just nobody bothered with the score. It was just kind of a 1 round at a time thing.
Yeah, awesome. And then I heard you guys earlier saying, that you want to do the Immune because it's your first LAN. Tell me, how are you feeling in this experience? Making memories and being here, having STYKO. Tell me about how are you feeling on this first day? I know it's a long day and a lot of grinding, but first LAN experience. Tell everybody, if it's worth it and everything and what you're going through, just tell me where you're at, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's great. It's my first ever LAN. I know these guys I'm playing with, they're pretty experienced. They've been to Frac Chicago, a couple other events. For me, first one, honestly, the environment is great. I think we really actually played into it in this game because the first couple games, it kind of felt that the longer the game got, the quieter we got, the more slower we played. We didn't really play without any intention. It almost felt like we were just kind of just dreaming, not even in the actual game. But we really brought it in today. I'm really proud of the boys. I'm proud of our sponsor for keeping us awake.
Dark Pool Coffee. Shout out Dark Pool Coffee for keeping us awake this entire time. It's on the shoulder.
No, that's awesome.
Well, one of the shoulders.
And it's interesting that you say, you kind of get quiet sometimes. And I was talking with somebody in the back there while I was watching the match, and then all of a sudden, I'll hear these cheers come out, and literally I'm getting jump scared because you guys are getting excited. And it's tell everybody what kind of experience when you can actually feel your teammates cheering you on, or you guys fist bumping. You do this online all the time, but all that energy that you feel, does it really help you get into it now that you're literally sitting next to each other and you see this all the time?
Oh, it definitely does. When you're online, not only can you not see people face to face, but even just hearing a person talk, you don't really get all the emotions that are conveyed, through just audio. But seeing, people in person, seeing it, the whole environment that's sitting, it's just amazing. It just makes you more confident in what you do. You're not worried about, if I peek this, I'll die. I'll peek this and my teammate has my back, He's there to support me. We're all here to support. We're all trying to come up with, ideas to help us with the game. And I think that's honestly the best thing being on LAN, yeah.
Awesome. And then, before we close everything out, do you guys want to tell the fans, tell anybody else, anything that's going on? You're going to go to bed tonight. We're going to have an early day for you guys, and whoever wins the next match tomorrow. Just one last thing you want to tell your fans. Anybody else you just want to one last thing, man?
Since I'm a newcomer, I don't know much of our fans, but if you do cheer for us, I know my parents are watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. We're going to hopefully make the playoffs tomorrow, and then, we're looking forward to bringing it home. And then, Dan.
To the few people that I know that are watching, thank you. Shout out Dark Pool Coffee, getting us here and all that, paying our way in. But thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for putting on this great show. Honestly, it's been a great LAN so far. I really appreciate you.
Thank you very much. No, seriously, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a show to put on. So we want to thank y'all for being here, and I appreciate your thanks as well. And we're gonna go ahead and take a little break. That's it for us over here. We're gonna end the rest of the day. I don't know if we're gonna bring the last one up, but thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure. We're gonna send it back to the production crew. Appreciate you guys.
the same story every time and every place.
The sun. Check one, check one. When I come down, I come down right with the sun. Check one, check one. When I come down, I come down right with the sun. Check one, check one. When I come down, I come down right with the sun.